Hey everyone, welcome to Biz Bounty Hunters. My name is Taylor Postel, and this is my channel. All these videos you're going to see are from my cold email masterclass for business acquisitions that I previously had on a school community, so the formatting might be a little different. Some things might show up like that, but no need to worry. I've moved everything for free here on YouTube, so everyone can watch through this whole class. It'll be divided up into the playlist, so you can follow along step by step everything that we previously had in our school community. But without further ado, please like and subscribe, and let's hop into the content. Hey guys, Taylor here with Biz Bounty Hunters. Today we're going to be talking about red flags in seller interactions to know when you need to run. So let's get into it. So recognizing red flags in a seller when you're doing business acquisitions. Here's what we're going to go over today. Need to know when a seller isn't ready, unrealistic expectations they may have, and navigating emotional roadblocks. Don't forget, sign up for the newsletter. Has important updates regarding the course. Link is in the caption below. YouTube, Instagram, and X. Follow for exclusive content at Biz Bounty Hunter. And don't forget, share the course. Let's start a revolution and change people's lives together. Warning, this is the most important video in the entire course. Watch the entire video, don't skip, don't fast forward. Pro tip, watch it on 2x speed if you're short on time. So when a seller isn't ready. Some indicators include vague answers, unwillingness to share financials, or frequent delays. If they never give you a straight answer, it's time to move on. Also, some owners like the idea of courting, potential buyers making themselves feel important, but have no intentions to sell. So I would say this is generally the biggest issue with off-market deals is, they don't have their business listed. Maybe they've thought about it, but when you approach them off-market, unless there's some convincing, they're not 100% ready. So I've had deals that, you feel really solid. They're going along great. You get financials and then you just don't hear anything, or they say they're not ready, or their plans have changed. They think they can grow it on their own. Lots of different things. So you just need to really keep the ball moving forward. Be ready to bail. If they're not ready, they're not ready. There's nothing you can do to convince them. Luckily, with off-market deals, there's plenty to be had. So just keep pushing along. But also, if it takes them a month to send you financials, yes, they're busy, but don't get deal heat. Maybe have that one on the back burner. If it keeps going, it keeps going. But also just constantly be looking for new ones, because it's more than likely going to fall through. So unrealistic expectations for the sellers. Handle inflated valuation demands with data and market comparisons. Gently educate them on realistic outcomes without shutting down the dialogue. And most sellers will be, sorry, didn't get that one right. They're going to be in for a rude awakening, generally on valuation. So lots of business owners think their business is worth way more than it actually is, especially because they've never bought or sold a business, and they think it's worth 10x what their revenue is, even if they're barely making any profit. So I had one business owner, they probably doing $300,000 to $400,000 a year revenue. He wanted almost $1 million for it. That business is in itself a job, because it wasn't a well-established business. They're just operating in themselves, making money, and if anything, probably worth close to little unless you actually want to do everything yourself. So he actually called me back after it was a few months later, because he said he realized how unrealistic his valuation is, but he did lower his price, but it was still unrealistic as well. So people just don't know. So that's it's definitely going to be some hurdle you're going to have to get over, is the valuation first and foremost. Navigating emotional roadblocks. Acknowledge and validate their feelings while steering the conversations toward practical solutions. You may have to talk them off the ledge of canceling the transaction. Business transactions are an emotional roller coaster for both the buyer and seller. I've heard of deals getting, all the way to the finish line, and the night before the deal is going to be signed, 6 months into it, the seller will call and cancel the deal. So just be prepared. It's a dramatic situation. It's their baby, even if they haven't maybe bought it from someone else. They put a lot of time, effort into it, and there's people in their ear, their spouse, financial advisor, whoever may be. So constantly be ready to hear them out, but also give them a practical solution. Give them space when necessary, as it can be crucial. So if they're really having to think things over, give them more than a day. Don't let it, if you're into LOI and you haven't heard from them in a week, it's probably a little long, but don't give them 3 weeks to think, a few days, week at most. Give them a little space, but don't overwhelm them, but don't let them get too far gone either. So in summary, what did we learn today? Be ready to drop a deal if the seller is difficult or unwilling to provide information. Like I said, plenty of deals out there. If it's pulling teeth to get financials, keep pursuing it, keep it on the back burner, but at the same time, don't just focus on that one and hope and pray. More than likely, it's not going to work. It may, but keep it on the back burner and keep looking for more deals. Unrealistic expectations are inevitable, but they can be navigated. So just, give data, give reasoning to why it may be this. Don't just give them a number. Valuation's the biggest thing, more than anything. Make sure to give sellers space when necessary. Be their friend first and foremost. As we talked about earlier in previous videos, people do business with who they know, like, and trust. So if you're just squeezing them, trying to get the deal done, and you're not their friend, they are more than likely going to cancel on you. Testimonial link below. Leave a testimonial, win special prizes. Don't forget, get your hands dirty, take some action. We'll see you on the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed that content. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. Peace.